As we have done for the last month, we need the official update. What is the Beards' record now?
I believe it's 4-0. It started with the Montreal game, so I'm pretty sure it's 4-0.
The boys seem to be responding to the Beard.
Well, the Beard took a life of its own, so I'll keep it going, though. I'm happy to keep it going.
Okay, so I think it's the game of the season on Friday. Is it okay for me to sell it that way?
Yeah, it's definitely the regular season, game of the year for us so far. We talked about, though, this is obviously a huge game, very important, all those things, but it is a regular season game that we're going to do our best to try to win, so we're trying to keep a little bit of perspective on this.
You didn't have Vernon when you faced him the last time. How different will it be with Vernon in the controls?
Yeah, I mean, they were two very different games the first times we played them. I don't know if those games have very much relevance other than you understand what those guys are capable of. You see them up close and see how they play, and so I think that has relevance. But I think the scores of those first two games aren't going to factor into what happens on Friday night.
Do you not think, though, that your defense, the way that it's played for the most part of the season, still thinks about having 50 hung on them?
Yeah, no, I mean, they want to play better than that. They did a great job and made plays, and we didn't. And so, but like I said, we're just going to focus on playing as well as we can Friday night and see if we can find a way to get a win.
We spoke last week about the fact that now every game from here on out is a meaningful game and has playoff implications, and it's playoff time right now.
Yeah, it is. So that's they keep getting bigger. I credit our players for putting us in a position where they do matter so much. So, we'll keep fighting here. We got 3 to go. And try to put as many wins as we can get together and put ourselves in the best position for the playoffs.
So you've guaranteed yourself a home playoff game. You've guaranteed yourself at least top 2. How important is it this team, though, to catch Winnipeg and be the number 1 seed?
Well, in the CFL, it's just a big deal to finish in first because you get a bye week and you get one home game to go to the championship game. So that's why it's such a big deal in this league to finish first. And so we're going to keep fighting and clawing and see if we can find a way to get that done.
Are you getting healthier, and how are some of your injured players coming along?
Yeah, we should have some people back. Suk Chung should be back. David Mackey, Jalen Edwards-Cooper. I'm trying to think if I'm missing someone, but those guys are all we expect to be back. They practiced today and looked fine out there, so it's always good to be talking about getting guys back as opposed to losing guys.
Coach, you kind of talked about this, but how do you make sure, and it's probably not the same for everyone, but how do you make sure the guys don't overplay this game in their mind?
It's a regular season game. We're going to play bigger games than this, so it is a big game. But no, it's a regular season game that we're trying to win on Friday night, and it's a big game for a regular season game. But it's not going to make or break. We're not going to become the Grey Cup champions or not the Grey Cup champions because of this game. So we got to keep that perspective.
How much is the wife enjoying the Beard now, and are you getting it treated?
She's the one on. I'm not getting it treated, but she was the initial fan of it that got it started, so she's okay with it.